Good morning, students. All of you, please stand up, sit down, stand up, hands up, hands down, and sit down. Hope you are all doing well. So, today in this class, we are going to discuss about the effects of cardiovascular system during exercises. First, we can see an animated video. So, please watch it carefully. So, what did you watch in that animation video? Okay. So, what are the effects that is happening when you are exercising? Okay, you can list it down or write down the effects of exercise, and also you have to write the major techniques or major exercises that are used in your daily life. So, any type of physical activity can be regarded as an exercise. It can be a planned sports activity like running, swimming, and it can be a hobby like cycling or walking, or it can be a part of our daily life like gardening or cleaning, anything. So, exercise can be regarded as anything which is a physical activity. But during exercise, the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, the excretory system, muscular system, skeletal system, they are all working together to supply enough energy for exercises. Today, in this class, we are only discussing about the effects of exercise in cardiovascular system. Before that, you need to know what is or what do you mean by cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system consists of obviously blood, heart, or other blood vessels like arteries, veins, capillaries, blood cells like RBC, WBC, platelets. So we can see a short video about what is actually this cardiovascular system and how it affects our body day-to-day life activities, and after that we can learn more about the effects of exercise on cardiovascular system.
The circulatory system comprises blood, blood vessels, and the heart. The heart is the central organ for pumping the blood throughout the body. Heart is made up of strong cardiac muscles. Heart pumps liquid blood, a tissue which transports nutrients, gases, waste, etc. along with it. The right upper atrium receives deoxygenated blood from whole body, which is pumped into right ventricle below, and it sends the blood to lungs for oxygenation via pulmonary artery. After oxygenation, blood travels through pulmonary vein and is received in upper left chamber, that is left atrium, which pumps it into left ventricle below. Then it is pumped into aorta, which is source many arteries which carries oxygenated blood to different parts of body. Arteries get divided into very narrow blood capillaries where exchange of substances takes place. Capillaries forms a web-like network to reach maximum cells. Capillaries join together to form veins. Isn't it a sophisticated system?
Hope you will refresh your understanding about cardiovascular system. Moving on, now we are discussing about the major effects of exercise which is happening to our cardiovascular system. There are four major changes happening to our cardiovascular system during exercises. First one is happening to the blood flow. Obviously, while doing exercises, our blood flow will be increased. When precisely speaking, 12% increase can be seen in plasma volume and a slight increase can be seen in the volume of RBC also. And during the intense exercises, lactic acid will be accumulated in our body. And also some other metabolic byproducts like potassium, phosphate, etc. are also accumulated in our body. And overall, the cardiac output is increased. But regarding the kidney and abdominal input, the blood flow will be reduced. So this is the major changes happening to the blood flow while we are doing exercises. So, after blood flow, second major change happening to our cardiovascular system is the increase in heart rate. Before that, we have to discuss what is heart rate. The number of cardiac contractions in 1 minute is known as heart rate. We all know that the normal adult human heart rate is 72 beats per minute. So while doing an exercise, heart rate will goes up and it will rise. So the next major change is happening to the stroke volume. Stroke volume is the amount of blood pumped into aorta after each heartbeat. In an untrained male, the amount of stroke volume is 70 to 90 ml, but for a trained male athlete, it will be 100 to 120 ml. So, as you can see that during an intense exercise, the stroke volume will increase. The fourth change which is happening to the cardiovascular system is the change in cardiac output. Cardiac output is the amount of blood pumped by the heart in 1 minute. So it is actually the product of stroke volume and heart rate. So we can say it as an equation like cardiac output is the product of cardiac stroke volume and heart rate. So this in a resting person, this cardiovascular or cardiac output is regarded as 4 to 6 liters per minute, but during an intense exercise, it will shoot up to 20 to 40 liters per minute. So you can see a huge difference in the rise in cardiac output in an exercising person. So these are the four major changes which is happening to our cardiovascular system during exercise. First one was the rise in blood flow. Second one was the rise in cardiovascular output. Third one was the increase in stroke volume. And fourth one was the increase in heart rate. Hope you understand these four major effects or major changes happening to our cardiovascular system. And now we can see a small video showing how this effect or how exercises affect our cardiovascular system.
Cardiovascular health refers as the health of blood vessels and the heart. Cardiovascular diseases are a group of diseases of the heart and blood vessels. Being physically fit is one of the key to keep cardiovascular disease under control and managed. Exercise helps strengthen the heart muscles, keeping BMI under control, reducing the risk of artery damage due to high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and high blood pressure, avoiding the occurrence of heart stroke. Different type of exercises have different effects in cardiovascular diseases. Aerobic exercise. Aerobic exercises like brisk walking, running, swimming, cycling, playing tennis, and jumping rope improves circulation, which results in lowered blood pressure and heart rate. It helps in cardiac output, that is, improves the heart pumping. It also helps in managing type 2 diabetes. It is recommended to do the aerobic exercise at least 30 minutes day for 5 days a week. Resistance training. Resistance training helps in the case of obesity, people with big belly with a lot of fat. Resistance training helps to reduce lower LDL cholesterol and improves the HDL cholesterol. Working out with free weights like hand weights, dumbbells or barbells, weight machines, push-ups, squats and chin-ups are the good options for the resistance training. It is recommended to do the resistance training at least 2 non-consecutive days per week. Stretching, flexibility and balance. Flexibility workouts, like such as stretching, does not directly contribute to cope of cardiovascular conditions, but it helps to be flexible and free from joint pain, cramping and other muscular issues. And being flexible is an important part to carry out the aerobic exercise and resistance training. It is recommended to do stretching, flexibility and balance workouts every day and before and after other exercise.
I hope after watching the video you have a clear idea about the effects of exercise on cardiovascular system. Now we are discussing about two major effects happening to the cardiovascular system during exercises. They are short-term effects and long-term effects. Speaking of short term effects, these short term effects have only a very short term effect or a very little effect on cardiovascular system while during exercise. There are two major short term effects happening to the cardiovascular system during exercise. First one is faster heart contraction. Second one is more powerful or more forceful heart contraction. So these are the two short-term effects happening to the cardiovascular system: more forceful heart contraction and more faster heart contraction. Moving on to the long-term effect of cardiovascular exercises. First one is it will increase your lung capacity and heart efficiency. So your lung efficiency and heart efficiency will be improved as a long-term effect. Second one is reduce the heart diseases, or the chance of getting any heart disorders will be reduced. Third one is increase in blood circulation and increase in the efficiency of heart. So the fourth effect is decreased in resting heart rate. Decreased rate of resting heart rate is the fourth effect. Fifth effect and the final effect is the improved lung efficiency, which indicated through taking longer and deeper breath. So improved ability in taking deeper and longer breath is the final long term effect happen when we are doing a cardio exercise. So these are the major long term and short term effect of cardiovascular exercises. So I hope you all understood about the major effects happening to the cardiovascular system while doing exercises. So as a concluding activity you have to do, I'll give you some effects, 5 effects, which both this long term effect and short term effect. You have to make a table and arrange these effects into two: short term effect and long term effect. So, this is a concluding activity that you have to do, and hope you all understand this topic and see you again. Thank you.